to the Clash Olympics. This is what happened from round 1 right through to the semi-finals. First up, it's Breakout. The first pairing for this competition, we have the Valkyrie up against the Bowler. Now in Breakout, it's all about who can break through a max level wall the quickest. The Valkyrie takes the win on this one. Next up, it's the Super Witch, and she's going to be competing against, the regular witch. It's a family battle. You gotta favor the Super Witch on this one. She has that extra DPS. She's got the big boy out in front that does so much damage, and she takes the win. Next up, it's the Super Wizard. Who's he competing against? The Goblin. Now, if this was a race, the Goblin would take the win pretty easily. But when it comes to power, Super Wizard has it hands down. Now we have the P.E.K.K.A. against the Yetis. Now, these two are pretty evenly matched when it comes to total damage. But the P.E.K.K.A. with her humongous sword takes the win. And the last opponents for today's matches are the Super Archer and, the Golem. Yeah, this one's not really fair. The Super Archer has a mask and everything, so got so many more advantages than the Golem, and she takes the win. And next off the wheel is the Ice Golem. And he's going to be facing, the Super Valkyrie. I don't think you need to be a genius to work out that the Super Valkyrie's gonna win this one. GG to the Valk. Up next, it's the Wizard. And he's gonna be competing against, the Archer. Sadly, the Archer just doesn't have the firepower to beat the Wizard on this one. Wizard takes the win. And next up is the Sneaky Goblin versus, the Giant. And again, there's just no competition. When it comes to these supers against the regular troops, they're always going to take the win. Second to last, we get a Super Giant, and he's going to compete against, a Super Barbarian. Now, these two, both supers, but the Super Giant has those big, beefy muscles and takes the win. And our final pairing, we have the Super Bowler against the regular Barbarian. The Barbarian might look like Wolverine, but he's not going to beat the Super Bowler here. Next up, it's round 2. When troops can fly or jump over walls, we need a different challenge for them. This one's called Demolition. And our first matchup, it's the Rocket Loon up against the Baby Dragon. Now with these two, they're so evenly matched, 276 DPS versus 290 DPS, but that attack speed means the Baby Dragon gets it. Up next, Super Dragon versus the Loon. This one isn't even a contest. The Loon is one of the best troops, if not the best in the game, but on its own, it's no competition for the Super Drag. Our next pairing, it's the Inferno Dragon up against my favorite troop, the Icehound. Now, we could sit here all year. That Icehound is never going to beat the Inferno Dragon, and the Inferno takes the win. And up next, we have a Lava Hound. Against the Headhunter. Now, I'm having to use invisibility spells to help the Headhunter get through. We're only going to watch the first defense go down because we don't have all year. Headhunter gets it. And our next pairing, it's the Miner versus the Hog Rider. These two look pretty close on paper, but with a 187 DPS and a 1 second attack speed, the Hog Rider gets the win. Next up, we have the Robo Drag versus the Super Minion. These two are so well matched. Only 40 DPS separates them, but with that extra 40 DPS, the Robo Drag takes it. And our final pairing, it's the Dragon up against the best swarm troop in the game, the Minion. But one Minion up against a full-grown Dragon, there's no contest. Round 3 of the Clash Olympics, and the winners from the first 2 rounds go head-to-head to see who is the quickest. This is Clash Dash. Now remember, these pairings are completely random. We have no control over it at all. Our first opponent is the Super Bowler, and he's going to be facing up against, the Robo Drag, which is going to be quicker, air or ground. These two are so close, so evenly matched, but the Robo Drag just gets it. And our second duo, we have the Super Dragon against Is it going to be another ground troop or will it be air against air? No, it's a ground troop. It is the wizard. Is the super troop going to be quick enough to beat the wizard? Oh, the wizard is way out in front. Who knew legs that short could move that fast? He takes the win. On to our next gruesome twosome. Who have we got? It is the dragon. And the dragon's going to be facing off against none other than the ginger from hell, the Valkyrie. She is so quick on her own, and she shows it here. Smashes the time against the dragon. And our final pairing for today, who do we have? Ooh, it's the masked crusader herself, the super archer. She's going to be facing off against the baby of the group, the baby inferno drag. Ooh, the super archer is quick for someone with legs so short too. She stopped. The super archer stopped. Why did she stop? She lost. What a dramatic finish. 2 of Clash Dash, and we see the final 8 go head to head to see who is the quickest. Who will be first to face off in this competition of speed? Our first competitor, it is the Super Witch. She's facing, oh wow, 2 of the toughest ladies in Clash, the P.E.K.K.A. versus the Super Witch. The Super Witch has stopped. She stopped to spawn a big boy, and the P.E.K.K.A. takes the win. The next trip off the wheel. Oh, I pity the fool. It is the Mr. T impersonator himself, the Hog Rider. And he's facing off against the lumbering big old super giant. This is not a competition. He really does pity the fool. The Hog Rider takes the win. There are only 4 competitors left. Who will be first off the wheel? It is the sneaky goblin, and he is going to be facing off against, it's the baby dragon. Now, air against ground, but the sneaky is so quick. He smashes the win on this one. And our final pairing, we have the headhunter, one of the quickest troops in the game, versus the super wizard. The headhunter, he's gone rogue. The headhunter's gone rogue. He's not going to finish the race. He's left the building. He's gone. He's disappeared. The Super Wizard takes the win by default. The semi-finals of the Clash Olympics, and this round is Clash Gladiators. Who will be our first 2 contestants in this battle to the death for the semi-finals? First up, it's the baby of the group. It's the Inferno Drag. And straight up against him, it is the Robo Drag. Now, these 2 might look pretty evenly matched to start with, but that massive ramp up in DPS, the Inferno Drag takes the win. And our next pairing, it is gonna be, ooh, the sneaky goblin, gonna be facing off. If it's an air troop, he's in trouble. It's the wizard. Now, the wizard has a huge DPS advantage over the sneaky, but the sneaky's invisible. The wizard can't see him. The sneaky takes the win. That's a little bit sneaky. Next up, the mama of all the troops. It is the P.E.K.K.A. And she's facing off against the ginger from hell, the Valk. Who's going to take the win on this one? The Valk is spinning like crazy, but 2 shots from the sword, and the P.E.K.K.A. takes the win. That just leaves the Hog Rider and the Super Wizard as our final pairing. Now, the Super Wizard has the advantage when it comes to power on this one, but the attack speed of the Hog Rider is too much for him, and the Hog Rider takes the win. Join me next time to find out which of our 4 finalists takes the title of Clash Olympics Champion Supreme, as they try to complete the toughest obstacle course Clash has ever seen.